Hello, all viewers. First of all, apologies that there were some server issues with the YouTube, and it took some time for me to resolve all those issues and get back online. So, right now, we have second All Jharkhand chess team battle online, and I know we have not much time left right now, just 22 minutes remaining, but still, we'll just try to go through first team events, teams that are playing today. So, first is JCA. JCA team is leading with 49 points. There's a huge gap between first and second teams. ESDCA is 39 points. Gujarat Lions on 38 points. WSDCA on 37 points. Kolkata Dragons on 35 points. HDCA on 34 points. Khelo Chess India on 29 points. BBMKU Dhanbad is on 23 points. Black Knights on 21. Seven star online players on 6 points. So that is the current standing of the teams. Let us just go back to the just check from the personal point of view. So Gujarat Lions, Varun Badupur is leading with 16 points. Pratibha from I think JCA, yeah, JCA is leading is on second place with 14 points, and Utkarsh, Vishal Pabri, Ankit, Shaswata Cracker, Pritesh Mehta, Anshul, Shivpur Chess and Deepak Shah. These are the top 10 right now. So let's quickly check one of the games on the top boards. Between this game is between Grandmaster 2812 versus the social distancing. Both are rated above 2-0, and this is going to be a good game, guys. Let's quickly check what happened in the opening. E4 C6. This is a Caro-Kann defense. Knight F3, D6, D4, G6, C3, Bishop G7, Bishop D3, Knight F6, castles, knight d7, h3, queen c7, rook e1, b5. So that's the first instance where black is making it clear that he is going to go on attack on the queen side. So bishop f4, e5, bishop g3, castles, knight d2, a6, a4, rook goes to b8, b4, rook e8, a5. And I think black has resigned, but just quickly go and check what happened in the game actually. So b5, bishop f4, e5, bishop g3, castles, knight d2, a6, a4, rook b8, b4. So white is not allowing black's advance on the queen side. So rook e8, a5, c5, pawn takes, rook goes to c1, c4, bishop comes back to b1, and bishop b7 attacking the e4 pawn now. Queen c2, I'm not sure where the queen is going to go. It's hitting the own pawn, but I think it's making the rook space for the rook. So knight f1, knight h5, bishop h2, knight f8, rook d1, knight e6, rook takes, rook goes to d1, rook d1, queen d1, and so far it's very good. No issues at both the players, but f4 is an outpost for black knights now. Bishop takes, knight takes, and king goes to h2, then f5. Knight goes to g3, pawn takes, bishop takes, knight takes, and this e5 is slightly vulnerable now. But let's just check how white copes up with this position. Bishop h6, g3, bishop g7, knight g5, queen e7, knight f3 back, h6, knight goes to e1, challenging the knight on d3, queen d7, knight takes, pawn takes, and now queen e3, king h7, knight c5, queen d5. Knight takes pawn push, and I think slightly here black would have been exposed. Yeah, so white should win this actually. White is two pawns up, and this should be a win for white. White will get a queen now and try to just gobble up the remaining pawns that black has. Okay, let's go back to tournament. A good game. So right now let's try to join the game and join the tournament and play one of the games. So Pratibha is now leading right now on the top position. And let's just check quickly what happened in the not much changes. There is a huge. Okay, I got a game now. There is no Barasak mode, guys, so we are not able to double up the time to get the more points here. So this is the Jharkhand All Jharkhand Chess Team Battle. This is being organized by the Jharkhand THS members, and this is the second event. They already had one event a few days back. This is the second event, and on our group, that is the WhatsApp group, the link for the WhatsApp group is given in the description box below. We also promote these team events which are created by other organizers, like what we are doing right now. We are promoting the all Jharkhand chess team battle right now. It is live on YouTube, so you can watch the game, enjoy the game, try to learn something new, and improve every day. So all the viewers who are watching right now can comment in the comment section what do you think about this live broadcast, if you are able to see the live broadcast, if you are able to listen to the commentary, and if there are no issues in the broadcast. So this is how sometime in the game you have to hit the center, open the pawns, get a pawn break, and probably this pawn break was not good for me because I'm losing a pawn now. Okay, I need to capture this. Bishop takes an interesting move, guys. Let me just try to pin this bishop. Try to attack this piece which is hanging now. Bishop takes f7 is not possible. Yeah, but there was one critical move that could have saved white, and that was queen to g4. No, queen g4 is also not possible. Queen d4 probably was possible, but then bishop f6 will seal the winning move. So this is completely winning now. I am a piece up. So when you're a piece up, just try to exchange off your pieces, go to the ending and try to capture the extra pawns and get your queen from your extra pawns. Now there is one threat which I have to take care of, that is a back rank checkmate. Once the back rank checkmate is gone, there is no way that white can have any tactics on me. Okay, so let me just exchange off a free rook here. Yeah, rook c1. So he's trying to do a back rank mate here. I'll just create an escape square. I know this is defended on c8 by this bishop, but still I'm making sure that there is no issue. Let's go back to tournament. The player has resigned. I'll pause the tournament for now. And let's just check one of the top games in progress between Nikaru Hakamura and Shashwata Cracker. So let's quickly check what happened in the opening. So white is Nikaru, d4, knight f6, bishop f4, g6, knight c3, bishop g7, e4, castles, queen d2, d5, pawn to e5, knight e4, pawn takes, knight e2, c3, rook e8, knight g3, and now e4 is hanging, f6, check, pawn takes, and castles. Yeah. So this is a solid position for white as well as black. Black is not bad here, but he has sacrificed the pawn on c5 here. Okay, just to get some play probably. So g5, bishop moves, pawn takes, knight takes, and queen b6, knight takes, rook takes bishop. This is something which was probably not expected by white here. So rook takes bishop. Then white is still thinking what to play now because there is a discovered check on king. There is a discovered check on king, and he has to take care of his knight as well on b7. If he loses the knight, then white would be a piece down. So this knight is right now hanging. So if King goes to h1, then this knight can go back and capture this b7, and queen will keep supporting the rook so that this queen cannot capture. Okay, so that's I think how black white is right now in a question, big question, how to continue. If knight takes, yeah, king h1, now knight takes b7, and black will be pawn up, piece up, not pawn up. Rook moves, the h7 pawn is now hanging. Queen moves, not the rook. Queen moves, h7 pawn is now hanging. And is there a way to trap that bishop? Once it is in, no, probably just h6, and then black can continue here with rook e8. White has nothing left right now to attack. It's just that white can help. White can just wait for a mistake or a blunder from black side. Now rook e2, attack the queen. Now queen h5 and bishop g6 is a valid threat actually. Queen h5 and followed by, so now queen f2, I think queen f2, but queen takes e8. So queen f2 I was thinking because of if rook takes f2 then rook check is a mate. Okay, but if queen f2 then queen e8 is winning. Queen takes e8 check, rook takes e8, and then rook takes f2. So that's not working. So f5 is probably correct just to get these queens off the board and neutralize white's attack. But I think white is going to capture this pawn on f5 and continue. Yeah. Now the queen can come back to h3. Now I think queen f2 is possible. I think queen f2 is possible now. Yeah, queen f2. If rook takes f2, then rook e1 check, and it is going to be a mate. And so what will white do is after queen f2, he will play queen h3. He will support this pawn. Okay, that's probably is white's plan now to defend. So queen f2 is not working right away. Time pressure is something that makes that creates blunders. So queen h3 now. Queen h3. What is white thinking here, guys? What do you think is white thinking here? Bishop g6. Okay, interesting. Oh, there is a mate on e1. White missed the mate. Yep. So that's the game, guys. Let's go back to tournament. Check another game. Last 9 minutes remaining. Who will win this team battle? Let's check who are playing on the top boards. So Deepak Saha is from HDCA with a rating of 2133. He's playing against Utkarsh from ESDCA with a rating of 2054. Let's quickly check what happened in the opening, guys. So D4, knight F6, E3, E6, knight F3, bishop E7, bishop E2, castle. So both players are playing safe here, not to put anything in the center or do some aggressive moves. Both players are trying to play the simple, solid chess. Knight e4, and this is going to be a very good positional battle. Knight takes, pawn takes, and knight goes to e1. Pawn takes, queen takes d4, b3. And now d2 is hanging, but d2 can be played somewhere, yes. So black will be left a pawn up here. Yes, black is pawn up. And I think black will be able to put some pressure with these extra pawns now. This e3, f4, f3. This is going to be very much useful for black soon. Yeah. So knight d4, knight e3. It's nicely poised. Game is nicely poised, guys. So this, I think, is winning for black completely because the pawns are well placed, and this bishop d6 pawn is now going to fall. So probably Deepak Saha will win this game easily from HTCA, bagging some points for his team. So meanwhile, I can see comment from Subhash. Subhash, hi, how are you? Hope you are doing good, enjoying your Sunday. G4. That's a different kind of break which White is trying to do here, but I think it's not going to work yet. So just simply capturing the bishop now on d6, e7 will also be winning, but f4 now or rook takes e4 is hanging. Oh, White missed a trick. Yeah. So I think he should have given this check before. Just a minute. Yeah, so he just pushed the pawn and yeah, knight e7 check. And now pawn takes knight. The rook is now hanging. So this is a tactic that black has missed here. But even though he has missed, I think it is far superior that black has all his both his rooks as exchange up, and with the very good central pawns. E pawn will be a passer soon. E4 and E3 pawn push. Yes, that's coming very fast now. Even the G5 square will be a weak square. Rook goes to E5 and attacks the G5. G5 could have been captured for free. So instead of H6, I was just suggesting here to put the rook on E5, and after H4, then put play H6, capture this, and you might get a pawn free. Okay, so H6, pawn takes, king takes, F3, and that's the game, guys. So that's win for black here. Let's go back. And so these are the current standing. JCA is completely dominating the tournament this time, followed by ESDCA. The margin is for 10 points. And last 5 minutes, so can ECDCA manage to get 10 points in the last 5 minutes? Then we have WSDCA closing in on the second points. You can see there is a gap of just 2 points between these two teams, then followed by HDCA. Then we have Gujarat Lions, Kolkata Dragons, Khelo Chess India, BBM, KU Dhanbad, Black Knight, 7 Star Online players. So that's current standing, guys. And then, okay, so there's one more thing to notice here, that you can see here the battle of 10 teams and 5 leaders. It means that top 5 players from each team will be considered to decide the winners of this team battle. Okay, so hence we can see here one, two, three, four, five. These are the scores of top 5 players from each team. And some of the teams, for example, you can see 7 Star Online players, only 2 players are playing, so there are no further scores there. So that is how the chess tournament works. It considers the first 5 top 5 players from each team, and this is a total of those 5 players that will decide who is the winner of this tournament. So last 3.5 minutes, let's quickly check who all are playing. Let us check Pritesh Mehta's game here. So Pritesh is from WSDCA playing against FM QSCRGN from ESDCA. So the FM is rated 2167 and Pritesh Mehta is 2069. Let's quickly check what happened in the opening. E4, D5, Knight F3, Knight G5, Queen D5, D4, pawn takes, bishop takes, H6, knight F3, queen D8, knight E5, queen H5. So white is just trying to play very aggressive here, trying to put all the pieces on the attacking squares as much as possible. And now the knight on E5 was actually hanging, but if queen takes E5, then rook E1 will let the white to win and trap the queen. So black cannot capture this. All the beginners, if you are looking at this and wondering why white is black is not capturing the knight, because of this move. This is pinning the queen to the king. So black will lose his queen. That's why this is not captured, and this now, oh, so he is going for it. Black is going for this aggressive move. Queen takes e5. What will he do after he loses the queen? King takes, yeah. And now rook takes. So queen takes probably is now expected. Check. And I think that is winning for white now. Yeah, knight c7 wins. Yes. Aditya Jain, hi Aditya, how are you? I can see a message from you in the chat box, in the chats comment section. Hope you are doing good as well. So, guys, all the viewers who are listening today, there is an upcoming tournament at 4 p.m. on chess.com that we are going to cover live on Khelo Chess India. So, here Black has resigned. Let's go back to the tournament. Okay, so just giving you a heads up, we are coming up with another tournament at 4 p.m. wherein there are a lot of IMs and GMs participating. A GM from Chile is participating in that tournament. We have around 5 to 6 IMs from India who are going to play that tournament. It is going to be a very nice tournament and a lot of things that we can learn from them. I'll be doing live commentary on that broadcast. So 4 p.m. IST today, just if you're listening now. Last minute remaining, guys, and this should be the final call for. So JCA is now just rocketed off to 82. There is no way that any other team can reach this score. WSDCA is on 69, ESDCA on 63, and HDCA on 60. So that I think is going to be the final standings. It will be difficult for the teams to jump off right now because there are differences, good amount of differences between all the teams. Only the thing that ECDCA and HDCA are just tied up on 3 points, just a difference of 3 points. So if HDCA just comes on to the third place, then by getting 3 or 4 points, then yep, there would be a shuffling in third and fourth point. So from the personal point of view or the from the individual point of view, Shaswat Cracker is leading with 25 points. We have Pratibha, who is leading with 24 points. We have Vishal Pabari from Kolkata Dragons leading with 20 points. So GCA, you can see, are dominating the top five places here with first, second, fifth place, and I think there was one more. He just went before below 10, but yeah. So Vishal Pabari from Kolkata Dragons and Ankit from JCA, Saikat Datta from WSDCA, Utkarsh from ESDCA, Varun Balupur from Gujarat Lions, Raunak from HDCA, and Basant Chess from WSDCA. So I think the tournament is now complete, and that's the winners for you guys. JCA have dominated today's tournament of second all Jharkhand chess team battle, and they have won comprehensively with 84 points. There is a huge gap between around 15 points between first and second place. That's why I said dominate. They have dominated the tournament. And from JCA we have Shaswat Cracker 2005 who is leading the team with 25 points. Then on second place we have WSDCA. Pritesh Mehta is leading from WSDCA with 18 points. Then we have ESDCA wherein Utkarsh is leading with 16 points. HDCA Ronak is leading the group or the team with 16 points. Then we have Gujarat Lions, Varun Balupur with 16 points, Kolkata Dragons, Vishal Pabari with 20 points, Khelo Chess India, Mai Shakti with 12 points,